Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to be telling the story of how I found out I was pregnant because this baby wasn't quite planned, but that's okay. But I was going to tell the story of how I found out and what happened. So it started back in September of 2018 because we're about to switch to the new year, so 2019, but this happened September 2018. We went to Disney World and it was a lot of fun. I went with my fiance, who's almost my husband, in a week from today, and his family. And while I was there, I ended up getting my whole purse stolen. So I lost everything. I had no money, no ID, no credit cards. I had nothing. And it also happened that in my wallet was my birth control packs. And so before I could realize, it took me a good couple hours to realize it was gone because I had been throwing it was a little purse. I'll try to put a picture of kind of what it looked like because it's kind of hard to explain if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I've been throwing it in a backpack we've been carrying around the whole time. And so subconsciously, I think I thought that I'd thrown it in my bag, but in reality, I'd sat out on the back of a chair and got up without it. And of course, I reported it stolen to Disney. And then I ended up reporting it stolen to Orange County because that way getting on the plane would be a little easier because I had to travel without my ID. Fast forward about a week, someone ended up sending all my stuff back. Not the wallet, not the purse, but all my ID and my credit cards and everything. Everything that was in there except my birth control got sent back to me. And so that was great, whatever. And my doctor had been telling me that they wanted to put me on a new birth control, and so a new birth control pill. And so I was just like, okay, I'll wait for my next cycle to start and I'll start that. And I was supposed to start October 1st. I remember this. And it just didn't come. And that wasn't uncommon for me. I was always irregular my whole life, TMI a little bit. So it wasn't quite uncommon for me to be late. And so I ended up taking a test a couple days late and it came up negative. So I was like, okay, great, my period's just gonna start. And I kept feeling like it was going to. I had a lot of typical PMS symptoms. The following week, I ended up getting a super bad bladder infection and went to urgent care, and they ended up testing me there also because I told them I was 8 days late, but I didn't think I was pregnant. She ended up testing me anyway. It came back negative, and so I was like, great, I'm fine. I would have tested positive at this point if I was, and so I just went about my business. The following day, I ended up having an allergic reaction to the antibiotic I was taking. Ended up going to the ER because I swelled up, which has never happened to me before. It was kind of bizarre. Okay, sorry if the angle changed. I had to move the camera. And I'm trying out a new camera. Tell me if you like it or hate it. If you hate it, I can take it back. I just wanted to see what this camera was like. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I ended up getting the bladder infection and got some antibiotics for that. And I ended up having an allergic reaction to it. And I ended up going to the ER 24 hours later after being prescribed. I'd taken the pills 2 to 4 times. I can't remember if it was twice a day or 4 times a day. Anyway, went to the ER and I had swelled up. My throat was swelling up. My face was swelling up. I had hives. I had a rash. It was crazy. Anyway, they gave me a bunch of antihistamines and steroids to help bring down the swelling. And then while I was there, I got a migraine like I haven't had in 6 years. I usually get the pain migraines. I've had them my whole life, but I haven't had an ocular migraine in probably 6 years. And I lost all the vision in my right eye. And so I thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, they gave me a shot of tramadol that helps take away the pain. And then they also just prescribed me a new antibiotic that I later learned is also safe for pregnancy. And I went home, or we went to Jack in the Box because it was 3 a.m. And while I was at Jack in the Box, my hands went numb, which I've never had happen with a migraine. I thought it was super bizarre, but I kind of blew it off as just being a funky new symptom. Fast forward a week, my bladder infection's completely cleared up, and I was still late. And I truly didn't believe I was pregnant, and I wasn't about to go spend 12, 13, however many dollars on a nice pregnancy test. So I went to the dollar store and got a dollar store pregnancy test. And so the next morning, no one was home, and because I truly didn't think I was pregnant, it was no big deal. I just peed in the cup, took the test, sat it on the counter, walked away. 5 minutes later, I walked back and just kind of glanced at it, and it was positive. It was clearly positive. I'll insert a picture of it because I took a picture. And I panicked, and I'm not gonna lie, I panicked. And James had just started a new job that week. He'd been there for maybe 3 days, and I felt like I couldn't just call him panicking and telling him he needed to come home from work. So I called or texted my best friend Kenzie. I'll insert a picture of the text because I think it's kind of iconic and I need to save it for posterity. And she FaceTimed me right away, and all I showed her was the test, and she kept pretty calm, told me to go to the store and get some more tests, so that's what I did. On the way to the store, I called my doctor's office because they're really cool. I really like them. They get me in when I need whatever. And they said, great, come on in right now. We'll run your blood and your urine. So I drove straight there and peed in the cup, and I sat down to have my blood drawn. And the lady who was testing my urine and the lady who was drawing my blood, they were really close to each other. I could pretty much reach out and touch both of them. And I watched the lady dip my urine, set the test down, and without even waiting, she said the line popped up. And she turned around and told me I was pregnant. I started crying. And these ladies were so nice. Shout out to them. They kept me pretty calm because I started crying. And they told me I was going to be okay and told me what I needed to do next and what have you. So after that, that was like 10:30 in the morning, and James didn't, I knew I wasn't going to see him till about 8 o'clock that night. So I kind of just went around in a daze and tried to keep calm. And so Kenzie had our lunch break, and so I went and got her. We went to Chipotle, or we went and got food, or I got food, she didn't eat. And she kept me pretty calm. So I decided I was going to tell James by getting a onesie in a box with the test on top, so with tissue paper on top of that, with a video game he's kind of always wanted. And so that's how I told him. And I'll do another video with everybody's reactions because I have a video clip of one of the reactions, and it was priceless. It's my favorite video I think I've ever taken. So I'll put that in another video. And so that's the story of how I found out I was pregnant unexpectedly. But everything's doing great now. I'm 14 weeks today, and then I will be filming my 13 week update tomorrow. So I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas because it's 3 days after Christmas now. I'm getting married in exactly a week, so that video will be coming up soon. And the apartment, we're going to look at the apartment today, and it's all working out fantastically. So I will update you all later. Like, click subscribe, follow me, and I will be seeing you guys all soon. Bye.